legit have hairspray in my hair. I don't ever put hairspray in my hair, but this morning I woke up super early, like 6, and was like, I've got a lot of work to do. So then I proceeded to totally sweat my ass off. And then I took my daughter and some friends to go get manicures and pedicures before we get on the ship for my cruise. And I was like, oh shit, why is that thing on? Oh, I'm in an Uber. Very nice Uber. And what did I do? Oh, I got the girl to wash and dry my hair. So suddenly I figured out how to look clean without taking a shower. It's like my new trick. Hello. I was trying to add a link and I just can't seem to do it. Super excited about what's happening. But I woke up this morning and here was my thought. 7 years ago, I started doing this vlog, and I did it. I just was telling my story, and my story at the time was life had not been perfect. My big thing had been I'd lost my only sibling, my brother, to cancer, but I kept going. You know, I got a PhD, I had 4 children, I was president of the PTA, my husband had passed the bar exam, and he was a lawyer, and like we were going along okay. Like I was pretty happy, but I didn't have joy, and I didn't know it at the time. But I kind of thought after Adam died, that part of my life was over. And so my 4th child, Amos, who was a surprise 4 years after my other 3, who were really close together, his development just was not doing what I knew it should be doing. I had, you know, a master's in early intervention, like I was aware. Well, when he was about 2, it was really, oh, welcome new subscriber. It was very evident, and I was drowning in the fear and the heartache and in just this big unknown black hole of his future. And I was up in the night, and we just so stressful, and we had some family stress. I just was so stressed, and I felt this like nudge on my shoulder, and oh, good morning, Diana, I'm so glad you're here. And it was this voice, not like a real voice, but in my head, this voice said, you used to write. You used to write. Welcome. I have so many new subscribers. They do not want to miss all the fun of the cruise. Holy cow. And I started writing, and, you know, he was like, I said, I'm going to call it Tales of an Educated Debutante. He was like, that is a terrible name. I was like, no, it's tongue-in-cheek. Like, my parents are from Ohio. They moved here in a VW Bug and like a half a trailer, and I was a debutante and by the skin of my teeth, and I have a PhD in my laundry room, or my pantry, and a lot of beeping. Sorry, I lost my signal. And it really has been the biggest gift to me. Such a gift. Good morning from Ohio. Welcome. And when I started it, I had no intention of it like being a job or making money or anything. Like, I had been home for 10 years with kids, and I was always doing a side hustle. Like, I might sell some flooring. I went through a period where I sold hurricane shutters when I was real pregnant with Russell, because my husband had started like a side gig of a workshop. Like, we just were hustlers. And I started this, and the first thing I started doing was I started getting published a few places, and I might get paid $50 or $100. It was kind of a big deal. And then I started getting asked to come speak, and I didn't get paid at first, and then I might get paid a few $100, maybe a little more. And it was really great. And then I started this subscriber thing on Facebook, and, you know, got a few hundred subscribers, got to 1,000, got to 2,000, got to 3,000, got to 4,000, and I started doing ads. So anyway, it's become this career where I actually make money, and I get to tell my story. And so I'm being rewarded But even the 3 years that I didn't make a penny, I knew it was for me. You know, I knew it was for me. And I will tell people who say, oh, I'm not really into, you know, like to air my dirty laundry or tell or this or that. I will say to you, it brought joy back to my life. I have joy again. And the joy slipped up and knocked me off my feet when I was least expecting it. It was about a year or two in, and I thought to myself, as I was talking about my brother to my parents and I never ever talked about my brother, and that might seem weird to people. Welcome, Vicki. But I tell you what, when you lose part of your heart, you couldn't talk about him and not just ache with the loss of him. And I still think about him every single day. I mean, it's been, 32 years, but I do have joy, and I have more happy times than sad times, and it's a benefit. And the only way I can explain that to you is that it came from telling my story, because before I was just burying it deep. Carry on, Scarlett. You just pretend, let it talk about it another day, and everything's going to be fine, and you're going to put on a smile, and you're going to be dying inside, and it ain't going to work for you. I promise. And that's scary for people. I mean, I know people don't want to get near me with the 10-foot pole because they're like, holy crap, she expects me to air my dirty laundry, and I ain't doing it. But I'm just telling you, it's good stuff. Because here I am today, on January 23rd, I am in an Uber. I'm heading to the Port of Miami on this beautiful bridge that I remember my grandmother saying, I'm so thankful to be here. Like, I'm so thankful to live in this beautiful city. And the only reason I'm getting to do it is because I took a jump and said, I'm going to start writing. I'm going to start telling my story. I ain't no different than anybody. None. I'm just honest and maybe a little bit snarky. Talking about grief. Yeah, Jessica, that first year I really grieved a lot. I remember my husband would be going hunting, and I would put on these socks of my brother's, which I have. It's like I have a shirt and some socks left and a t-shirt, a few things that I have left, and I would put on those socks and I would build a fire, and I'd put my children to bed, 4 children who were probably 8, I don't know, little, and I would sit in my chair and I would cry, just boo-hoo and cry. And it was so freeing. And even with Amos, my little person with special needs, who didn't even have a diagnosis when we started, it was this ability to say aloud the things that were weighing me down. And we think if we ignore them long enough, they'll go away, but they get a foothold in you. And so now it's like, sometimes I'll write something and I'll have a good friend call and be like, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, oh no, it's fine. Because while it was bothering me, I went ahead and said it out loud, and then it ain't gonna get me anymore. No, Scarlett, there ain't no Scarlett here. Scarlett would have been a lot better off if she had just been transparent. Not that any Scarlett O'Hara is from Ohio, but I'm more like Mamie, you know? Just do. I lost a daughter. I understood I needed therapy. Oh, I'm so glad you did. 1989. You know, I just didn't. Amy, welcome, new subscriber from Edenton. I didn't want to miss out on all the laughs. You know, and this week is, so I invited my subscribers, and I have 100 people that are going to be on this cruise with me. And it is such a hodgepodge of people. We have people that stayed at the Ritz-Carlton and people that stayed at the Holiday Inn. We have 80-year-old women from Canada, and we have 30-something-year-olds from Savannah, Georgia. But you know why they're all here is because they long for truth. And they think, you know what, I can do this. I can be my authentic, real self. I can be vulnerable, and I can be honest, and I can be imperfectly perfect. because is there anything else? And I can talk about it. And you know what? If people don't like me, then goodbye. Look how pretty this is. Okay, Miami, Key Biscayne is like Edenton, but near Miami. I mean, if I could drive 15 minutes and be near like the airport, freeing. I can see why people live here. So anyway, so this week is going to be a big week. I have 100 people that are super excited to be there. It's going to be tiring and exhausting and fun, and really excited to be with Royal Caribbean, who is not paying me, and just go check it out and start this thing called life that was better than anything I could have dreamed of. I'm super excited. I feel like I'm this building, like I'm just a work in progress. Like it would have been a fine building, and then you just start adding stuff to it, you know? There's AT&T living it up. That's silly, but maybe a little hokey, but true. So I've said, subscribers, come on over. I'll do a couple big videos this week, but this is really a subscriber cruise, and we will laugh and cry and talk. My mom is here, my friend Mary Scott, her mom is here, my hairdresser Lori, my good friend Sheila, who's done a ton of work for me, my daughter, a friend, Angela Thatcher, who is my like health guru, helped me lose 30 pounds since last March. Ann Dale, aka Pyro Granny, and her sister Miriam are here. My good friend Carrie Cariello, who is a blogger and has an 18-year-old with autism. She is here. I wish my friend Kate Swenson was here. I wish my friend Vivian Howard was here, but they're not. But maybe next time. So anyway, just welcome, and I'm so thrilled. I'm really going to try to do a vlog. Go for it. Go for it. And I'm glad to help you. You know, one thing, somebody helped me early on. I remember like, I want to blog and you're so good. And she like gave me these phone numbers and helped. And I've done several subscriber videos on it. And I remember I said to this woman, Carol Lawler, I said, why are you being so helpful? You know, like I felt like I was maybe stealing her business. And she said, you know, there's room in this world for all of us. And what a good mantra, philosophy. There's room in this world for all of us, and we don't have to be the same. We can all be different, and we can all just be who we were made to be, you know? So anyway, so I'll look forward to seeing everybody. Become a subscriber if you don't want to miss any of the fun this week. Probably by next week you'll be like, this is boring. She's back in Edenton just shooting the shoo on a shoot on a shingle. But this week it'll be really fun. And no, that's not true. It's always fun. We always have something happening. Even if it's just lamenting that it's frickin' freezing and cold and rainy and wondering why we live in North Carolina or Michigan. Okay, carry on. Wish me luck. Thank y'all for being here. I'm 52 people away from 300,000 followers. I mean, that's just a dream come true. And it's only because people decided they would support me. So thanks.